Yo. What up, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy Scarnitti from the Go Show. You already know what's good. We get into it, And here with Miss Anaya, AI, from the Bougie Bomb.
What's going on? How are you?
Hey.
What's up, everybody?
Hey. You already know. I'm coming to you tonight with just snippets of what's going on in here, man. You know what I'm saying? Just letting y'all know, for all my women that's sitting at home thinking about what they want to do, all those creative ideas running in your mind, I have a young black female that's here to talk to you about how she did it, how she thought about it, how she came up with it, and how she made progression with it.
So, y'all tune in. Shout out to North Star Tattoo and Salon. Definitely need that ink, need that hot piercing. It's getting hot outside, y'all. Make sure y'all check them out.
That's a good plug, baby.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Always show love. Black-owned businesses. I'm always going to support.
Yeah.
Support your small businesses. Support your black-owned businesses.
Hit it for me.
You know, I'm originally from Georgia, so you know, I don't hit that dab on it.
You hit a dab on it?
Every time.
Go Show. We out of here.
My niggas are savage.
We would go out and things like that. You know, if it was the latest pair of red bottoms, my girls had it. You know, if it was the latest, you know, whatever the latest Louis bag or Gucci bag, my girls had it. You know,
Right.
I was never, you know, I might have had like something here and there, but I never owned a pair of Jordans. I never owned a pair of red bottoms. Like, that just wasn't my budget. My style was, you know, bougie, but my budget was a little bum. So for me,
that's a fact.
you know, for me, I just knew how to put stuff together. Because I would get approached, you know, just like my girls would get approached when we would be out, and you know, I would have guys, you know, say stuff like, "Oh, mom, what kind of shoes are those? I know them gotta be them Giuseppe's or whatever." And then my mom was like, no, you know, not at all. I just knew how to put this together with this, and you know, look like a bag of money, but I know I only spend a little bit of change. So that's where Bougie Bum came from. Yeah, and it just got to the point to where, you know, I remember trying to put aside, you know, X amount of money to where I could buy some designer label bag, or, you know, just something to where I could have that one piece, you know, but I don't know, I just feel comfortable just wearing something that
you learned it wasn't significant.
Exactly. It's not important.
It was never really that significant to...
I never really cared about it, and it was just like, the only reason I was buying it is because everybody else thought it was hot, but I really, you know, when I thought of it, I'm like, I don't even really like the look. Like, I don't even really like I know what I like.
Yeah. So
I just started kind of getting away from that and just buying more of what it is that I like, what I feel like looks good on me. Because I can be very much, I guess what people call a tomboy. I don't feel like it's a tomboy. I just have a very relaxed look. Right. And it's crazy because I don't even like sneakers.
And that's kind of dumb, because I've seen women that have been classified as tomboys, and like, that's really not their statue of...
I mean, I guess I can be, you know, because I do what I guess people wouldn't necessarily think I do. Like my past few weekends, I haven't been to the club or like had a night out in a few weeks. I spent my last few weekends fishing and riding horses and stuff. So I don't.
No, you're a tomboy.
Yeah, so the things I like to do are a little different, but I don't feel like it should be labeled that just because of my style of dress. You know, I'm still very feminine. I still, you know, I just might have more. I just might have a more relaxed look. You know, because I would throw on a snapback with this and just rock. You know,
and just rock out with the heel.
Yeah, with the heels.
Hold on.
With the.
Shout out to the heels.
Thanks.
Shout out to the heels.
Thank you. You know, so.
Shout out to the heels.
Thank you, I appreciate it. But you know, I just wear what I like. Like if I put it on, and I'm just like, I like how this looks. Yeah. And then also,
but that's about being free, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's about being free. Exactly. It's more so about being free. So, Bougie Bum, like, I see things that I like. Mm-hmm. I look at the bag. I say, oh, my 10-year-old would love this. Mm-hmm. I look at the t-shirts. I say, hey, I could wear one. Or so forth and so forth. Just, you know, for abstract look for a male. Mm-hmm. So forth and so forth. The shades are definitely a boomer.
Right.
You took it back to the Avion days. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. The aviator style shades, like I think those are some of my favorite. Like as far as like the cut of the frame, mainly because it's a unisex style and it's a classic style. It's timeless. You know, and I like a more vintage look, and it's something that you can put with a look that's, you know, more modern, or you can, you know, you can throw it back if you want to, if you got the aviators on. So I feel like you can't go wrong with that, whether you want to dress it up, you want to dress it down. The aviator styles, yeah. So the shades that I started with handbags first. Then I introduced the shades, and the shades have just, you know,
took off.
Really, that became the shades took off for me. And I don't make, because a lot of people ask, I don't make the shades, of course. It partially was I didn't really want to do clothes just because I know a few people that are really close to me, and I love to support their business that have boutiques that have like your night, you know, your club clothes and, you know, things like that. And I like to cross promote with them. I wanted to find my own lane. And then also it was for me about bringing to people what I'm always asked about. Like when people ask me or compliment me on my outfit, 9 times out of 10, I have on something really regular. You know, like today I feel like I have on something really regular. I have on a white button-up shirt with some jeans, and the things that make it pop are the accessories. It's not necessarily that I have on anything extravagant. Like I don't have on some beautiful dress, or you know, I don't have on some True Religion jeans. Like I just have on something really regular, but I accessorize, and that was what it was about for me. You can have on something really simple, but know what you need to accent that to really make it pop. So, you know, shades. You have on the right outfit, but you throw on the right pair of shades, and you get that celebrity look.
It makes it stand out. It makes it stand out. It makes it stand out.
So that's why I started with bags, shades, you know, hats, just so people could accessorize, you know. And, you know, a lot of people often ask why I don't, you know, I've worked with a few models, but mainly, you know, you'll see pictures of myself in a lot of the merchandise, because it's not a situation to where I'm trying to get you to buy anything. I'm not trying to sell anybody on anything. If you go to the website and you see something that you like and you know that you will own that, if you rocked it, by all means.
See, but that's the point about that's the point about seeing anything, because like, and no disrespect to new Jordan fans. No disrespect to new Jordan fans, but when I wore sneakers, I wore them because I owned them. When I wore a hat, I wore it because I owned it. And it's like, the copy and mimic phase is an abundance.
Yeah. It is.
And I don't get it, but I do get it. Because I have on motor jeans tonight. So, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't
there's
get
a difference between, you know, the copy phase versus style. You know,
right.
You put these jeans on, but you pair it with other things that are unique to you and your own personal style, and it doesn't become a copy situation anymore.
It's over.
It becomes you owning your look. You know, you got on your bougie bum biggie hat, you know what I'm saying, from bougiebum.com.
From bougiebum.com. You already know.
You
I got on my bougie bum biggie hat.
Right.
So, pay attention. What's going on? It's the Ghost Show. Scarnitti. We out of here. Coming back once again with Miss Anaya, the bougie bum.
Yeah. Banged home from the motherfucking feds.
True story.
I wasn't expecting much, man. But I really thought the love was gonna be there for a real nigga. Stood on all 10 of my toes. When bitch ass niggas said I was a rat.
Niggas different.
Paperwork, got audio from my co-defendant.
Yeah.
What else do y'all want?
Niggas is different.
I wanted to move with my sis. Really wasn't getting no response back.
I love you though, man.
Saw a lot though. It's crazy how niggas get found on them back blocks. And these birds out here getting all these ass shots. Niggas with small furniture giving back cop. The rap game is real. Niggas try to off dog. Found out a cameo with Tim the Boss. Any word came my way, I got it off. Came home from the feds, nothing soft. Hop right in the Benz, speed it off. NY, y'all can never take my city out me. Next whip, the 4 O's, yeah, that Audi. Niggas talking it, but ain't living it. Black bottles, blazers, and hollow tips. Niggas, I bet you swallow this. Kim asked me, Dub, why you aggressive? Had a lot of coke, Kim, a lot of weapons. Saw a lot of homies die, met a lot of reverence. For that IRS thing, yeah, I went hard. Clothing line magazine, I mean rap squad. Would've took a bullet for you since I still will. Cause I love you and Chris, and that's real. All I needed was a lane when I banged home. That's word of blood, I would've sat you on a bigger throne. When they rap about Harlem, please dig deep. It's not just M.A. $ to the E. It's about niggas like us that ran in them streets. It's about niggas like us that banged off that heat. It's about niggas like me that stood on this.
So, as far as you building your brand, what made you decide that I'm not a part of, you know,
I mean, I've never really been a part of it. Like, I definitely feel like I'm influenced by pop culture, just like anyone else is. But I've always been a little different. Like, I'm so not above. And, you know, if one of my girlfriends was sitting here right now, they'd say, I'm so not above being in one of their closets. Oh, this is cute. Are you gonna wear this again? So I can have this, right?
Right.
And I'll wear it.
And you'll wear it.
And I'm gonna rock the shit out of it. Excuse me. I'm gonna rock it until, you know, I don't want to anymore. And I'm gonna wear it more than once. I'm gonna take pictures in it. I'm gonna mix and match it and, you know, throw it with different things. But I'm not above that. You know, I don't care that it came out of somebody else's closet and I might not have gotten it, you know, brand new out of the rack. Like, so what? And I feel like, you know, people have gotten so into this materialism and trying to keep up with
I'm better
the
than
latest,
you.
the
I'm better
latest
than
and the
you.
greatest.
I'm
Yeah.
better than you. I'm better than you.
But
Yeah.
let your best you speak for itself.
Yes.
You know, you should always be in competition with the person in the mirror. And I feel like we've kind of lost sight of that, and that's where Bougie Bum comes from. You know, it has to start somewhere. Why not start with me? being able to, it's more than just a logo on a t-shirt. It's more than just shades, accessories. I wanted to be able to create a culture where I know that I'm not the only person that feels like this. I don't feel like I have to put on a certain designer label for me to be it, or for my outfit to pop. I'm it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so everything else is an accessory.
So who was Anaya as a teen?
A teenager?
Yeah.
I was very, I was very headstrong even back then. But I can't say like the positive mindset and things that I have right now, that was not me. As a teenager, I was a very negative individual. Probably one of the most negative people I've ever met in my life.
When you say negative, what do you mean?
Negative to the point to where, depression is real. Depression is a very real thing, and I battled with depression through my teenage years, even through my early 20s. If people that are watching are friends with me on Facebook, they'll see that I share information on the National Suicide Prevention Hotline often. Because I feel like that's important. I feel like people often, especially the Black community, often dismiss depression. Dismiss it, yes. As, it's not a real illness. It's not something real. Oh, we're going to pray for you. And, but it's a real sickness. It's deeper than that. Absolutely. Deeper than that. Okay. You're not going to tell someone that feels like that may have cancer that all you're going to do is pray for them. If you know that person is physically sick and you can see that they're physically sick, you're going to tell them to get help. And I feel like that's no different with somebody suffering from, depression or any type of, mental issue. So mental health issue. So I definitely feel like it's something that needs to be brought to the forefront, because we are losing young people, even older people. I mean, we lost Don Cornelius. Yeah. That's Mr. Soul Train. That's Mr. Soul Train. You're right. I mean, he was even before I was born, but I mean, I still grew up on it. Right. I'm an 80s baby, and I still grew up on Soul Train. So to hear, stuff like that, and it's just, Robin Williams, right. Somebody who made us all laugh. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you have to really, like, if you see signs in somebody and stuff like that, you really have to address it. But me, the teenager, was I was adventurous, I was outgoing, I was very audacious. I had a lot of audacity. Yeah. I wasn't really scared of much. That's probably why I, got in a lot of trouble. But depression was something that was very real for me as a teenager. Yeah.
And you're overcome as far as what we sit here and look at now. Did you tunnel?
Oh no. As my grandmother would have said, before I got to this point in my life, I slid down a razor blade into a swimming pool. Right, you know what I'm saying? That's what my grandma would have put it. Like, this came later.
So this came a lot later?
Yes, this came a lot later. Like I said,
so your creativity, like,
the creativity's always been there.
It's of course, it's always been there in different in different spots of your life. So, but what brought it about to say, oh, I could do this with fabric, I can do that with fabric, or this should be put on this, as far as more so of not you dealing with exact hands on fabric, or just you saying, oh, that should be with that. You know what I'm saying? Or shades or whatever, Because for me, I grew up in a single parent household. Like I said, my mom was in the Army. It was just the two of us. And I remember, her wanting to take me school shopping. And me not wanting to go. Because in my mind, I'm like, I know it's just her. I used to be like that. I don't want her to be trying to, I just want to go with my aunt.
Spend on, but not even that. I didn't want her to be spending that money because I knew it was just us.
Right.
And I would literally say, hey, Mom, we can go to the Goodwill. or we can go to the Salvation Army.
Oh, wow.
I didn't mind. So I started at a young age, you know, picking over things, mixing and matching, seeing how this would look with that. I started that at a young age. Like, I didn't see anything wrong with it. I don't know if it's because, you know, I grew up, my mother was in the military, so I lived with my grandmother for a while. When my grandmother got sick, I went to live with my aunt. I just lost her March 13th. Last month. So
I'm sorry.
R.I.P. to my aunt Jenny.
Yeah.
She was amazing.
Sleep in peace.
You know, but to me, she's like the original bougie bum. She was my first example of female entrepreneur. She was the Avon lady. You know, in the small town of Tignall, Georgia, she got it popping. And I grew up taking orders for her, you know, helping her prepare the orders. Just was able to see that customer service and how she dealt with people.
You was groomed already.
Right. You know, so I always had that, you know, in me. And then I remember too, like, my aunt loved to dress. Her favorite holiday was Easter. Like, Easter, oh, we gonna be clean. I'm talking about, we from the South now, so we gonna have the hats. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little girl, but I had the hat, I had my gloves, I had my dress, and the gloves match my socks, and the shoes match my hat. I'm telling you, like, we fresh now. So, you know, just watching my aunt dress, and I remember walking around with her heels on, about to break my neck. You know, putting her jewelry on. She always had, you know, nice accessories and stuff. And then even when I went to live with my mom, you know, when I finally, you know, was old enough to go and live with my mother, you know, my mother always could dress. Like, my friends used to love coming by my house on a Friday night. Even my guy friends, you know, on a Friday night if my mom was getting ready to step out or something like that, you know. And they would just be in awe of how she would go from this BDU military uniform. You know, my mother was not, you know, she wasn't no paperwork office. Like, my mother was a mechanic in the military. Oh, wow. She ran the motor pool. She had soldiers and they worked on the military vehicles, you know. But my mother's beautiful, so it was just like, they would just be in awe of, like, they used to call it G.I. Jane. Yeah.
You go from BDUs to
heels,
a night dress. To,
you know, heels, hair done, lipstick, nails, everything done. And he was like, she's a mechanic, but her nails always stay done.
Right.
You know, she never was able to get her.
MREs.
Look, most kids went home and cooked oodles and noodles after school. I went home and ate MREs.
MREs, I used to too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I ate MREs
yes,
too.
just so they know, that means meal ready to eat for all y'all non-military people out there. But, you know, and I just even saw it from her, and I always just loved the versatility of being able to be a woman that can do both.
Right.
You know, you can get your hands dirty and you can clean it up. You know, and just, like, to me, that's just like, I mean, all of those things I grew up with, those influences from my aunts, my mother. I mean, my grandmother was a dressing woman too. You know, she would order her hats and her shoes to match, and they would come in these big, nice, you know, hat boxes.
My grandmother. That's my grandmother. Yeah.
You know, so I grew up with those influences, and the thing was, we didn't have a lot of money.
Yeah.
But if you looked at these women,
you
when they stepped outside,
you never knew. Bougie bum.
Exactly.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Bougie bum. You got it.
Moving on, it's 97, 98. A newborn, new lady, and moving out of state. Struggling in Virginia, but my cousin selling weight. Chauncey eating good in Newport News, I need a plate. Wrapping up at Norfolk State, but wasn't paying bills with it. All up on the radio, couldn't get a meal ticket. Got arrested when I went home, I still visit. Wifey left cause she was missing a kid, she couldn't deal with it. Full of pride, I was stressed to the max. Quit my job, drove to Philly, copped the messed up pack. Then we caught a break, 20 P's, tossed from Arizona. Graduated weed, selling crack, brought me my diploma. Until the plug got popped, after they caught the little fish. Lil' Kevin ain't tell nothing, not even a little bit. The guys I thought was stand-up dudes, I heard they been a snitch. Because of grace and mercy, I'm free. One of the benefits of change.
Let that old life go, cause I was used to doing what I know. But I'm changed, yeah.
they could see this
They can
and
see
know
this and know where
how
I'm
I'm
at.
feeling. Yeah.
Right,
And
right,
just,
right,
you know, pick me up out of this.
Right.
And I definitely had amazing people around me. And my mother was like, when my mother found out, she was just like, what? We don't do that. That's for weak people. I mean, she had no kind of, and you know, back
Compassion.
then,
No
and I didn't
compassion.
understand it back then, but I appreciate her being like that because she's
Mm-hmm.
right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that is easy. Being here, sticking this out, that takes a certain type of resilience. That takes a certain type of character to live through whatever your obstacles are and to overcome that and be positive. And I feel like the turning point for me, I was a life insurance agent. I know it's like the most far-fetched thing. But I was a life insurance. Yeah, I was a life insurance agent, and that was a turning point for me. And doing that is where I learned positive thinking.
Right.
I was exposed to certain reading materials.
Mm-hmm.
I was exposed to. We had these Monday morning meetings that were so powerful. And you know, some people have religion. Let me tell you, our Monday morning meetings were better than church for me, because in church they may tell you to pray and things, but nobody tells you how to think positively on your own.
Mm-hmm.
Even in religion, you're always taught to give it to someone else, not personal responsibility for what you have going on in your life and what you own, whatever it is, good, bad, or indifferent. Even if you're not at fault, even if someone has hurt you, figure out the responsibility and the role that you played in even allowing that.
It's you.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And
That's right.
when I learned that, it was just like, oh my gosh. And I changed my mind, and my life started to change. And I mean, it sounds so cliche, but it worked. Like, I'm sitting here right now. I never thought that I would be being interviewed for launching a t-shirt line April 1st and celebrating the anniversary of my website.
Right,
you know, a person that wakes up and enjoys life every day.
Right.
You know, I never thought that I was gonna make it to 21. So
That's I let me tell you something. Born up in New York,
yeah,
I never thought I would see 21.
yeah.
Like, I never, like, 21 was a dream. That was a dream for me. So I kind of totally understand what you're saying. I dealt with depression on a certain kind of level. Like, I probably never dealt with it because I didn't understand it.
Right.
But as far as a female in today's society that's dominated by males, and with your drive, do you feel a certain kind of slight towards you? Do you feel any? Do you understand what I'm saying?
There was a time when I feel like when I was doing my music, I definitely felt a slight because I was a female, and you know, entertainment is definitely a male-dominated industry. But again, it was my mindset. I wish that I had the mindset then that I have now.
Sometimes we put ourselves in certain places.
Because I'm not saying that it doesn't exist.
Yes.
But I don't even acknowledge it. I don't see that.
We put ourselves in certain places.
I have the mindset. It's, you know, I practice inverse paranoia. I would like to believe that everyone that I encounter has good intentions and in some way will work towards me accomplishing what I'm about to say.
What is it?
What I want to do.
You do
Inverse paranoia.
Inverse
Paranoia. So instead of being paranoid, feeling like, because my mindset used to be that everybody was out to get me. You know, everybody had a motive and it was something negative. I choose to believe the opposite. I choose to believe that everybody that I encounter, you know, is in some way coming into my life to help me succeed.
And if they show a bad hand, you fucking, excuse me.
Honestly, I can honestly say that I just feel so protected because people cancel themselves out. I don't even really get to see a bad hand because something happens and that person is just removed.
They're just removed.
They're just,
It's gone.
I mean, I can't even explain it. You know, I've been meeting people and, you know, I might feel like, oh, this person's nice, like even in dating, you know.
Right.
And I'll think things went well, and then I might not hear from them again. I'll be like, oh well, you know. And I remember before I would be upset and kind of want, but now I know
What happened?
Yeah, exactly. I'd be like, hello, we went out. You're not gonna call me back here, you know. But now it's just like, you know what?
It wasn't.
That's
So
probably the best thing.
I want you to look in the camera, and God, that was a blessing. Tell the females, how do you deal with it? Inverse paranoia.
Inverse paranoia, you know. And females, we are number one, notorious for we got haters and we got haters. I hate that. Like, I'm so annoyed by that.
The haters.
I've been there, you know, when I was in my 20s, I would do the, you know, oh, somebody's hating on me. Like, nah, it's so not that serious. And when you say that, you create that type of energy.
You create haters for yourself that don't even exist.
But you draw that to yourself.
Yes.
So if you didn't have it, you're gonna have it.
Now you're gonna have it.
And I don't want haters. So I don't want no
haters neither.
Yeah, no. I literally now, like, you know, and it might sound conceited in the beginning, but I feel like everybody loves me.
Yeah, I do.
I'm like, people are gonna.
She tells me all the time. She tells me all the time. You think it's all about you? You think it's all about you? No, I don't think it's all about me. I prefer to feel like I'm loved.
I feel like I'm not a bad person, you know.
Even if
I can be.
I
have an attitude, and I'm moody at times. I'm sure Double told you, but
what?
So Double calls me Tommy. So
Tommy, yeah.
But whatever. I have to be like that with him sometimes. But you know, it's a situation to where like I choose to believe that people, again, anyone that I encounter, stranger, friend, whoever. People that I haven't even met yet. If I meet you, if I come in your path, it is for a reason. And we are there to help each other accomplish whatever it is that our goals are. And I just, you know, I'm like, everybody loves me. Everybody loves me. I've been in settings with people that I may not have gotten along with in the past since I've started Bougie Bum. And I make sure that I try to go into those situations in a very neutral way because I know that in the past, I mean, I'm a very firm person, so I may have carried myself in a way that was unapproachable.
In a too firm way.
That was unapproachable.
Too firm.
Yeah. You know, so I make sure now to try to have a more diplomatic attitude.
That's
right.
That's right.
Because I do want to be approachable. I'm not that person anymore. You know, and I want to build. I want to work with people.
It's hard to come from, and I deal with this personally, I swear I do, because I was a certified asshole.
That still can be, but
for the record.
But you know, it's like a to know me is to love me situation.
Exactly.
Like, I save that for the close friends. Like if you just meet me in passing, you wouldn't get that.
Right.
The close friends get that side of me.
They get it, but it's a.
I know they can put up with
it. It's a beautiful thing to grab them, and I spoke with you about change. My whole phone call, our emails, our DMs, our messengers was about change. And like I told you, I want to dedicate this to my daughters.
Right.
Because I see a woman that came through whatever transition, and we spoke on it tonight, so everybody understands your transition.
Yeah.
And it's about changing for everybody.
Yeah.
And
I feel like the main thing that people need to understand, especially women, because society is so hard on women, especially our black women. You know, every other ethnicity and race of women are celebrated, except for the black woman. We have to celebrate ourselves.
You can't.
You know,
you can't be celebrated.
And it's really sad to me. And then we have to celebrate ourselves, but we're the main ones that we tear each other down. You know, and it's just like, I really want for women to know, especially like, who is it? Amber Rose has a slut shaming thing. I don't really know if I'm with that, but I understand where she goes.
Where she comes from.
Yeah.
Right,
I don't necessarily know if I like that term, but I do feel like it does not matter if you may have not always been the classy girl or you can change that.
Let me interrupt you 1 second. My bad point is that we dare to shame each other. It is a goal to shame each other.
Right.
Like if I knew dirt on AI,
I've had that happen to me. I've had that happen.
I'm gonna shit on you because or for fathers of kids and it's like we dare to shit on each other, we dare to shame each other, we strive to shit on each other, and it's not fair to each other. White baby daddies is just as bad as black baby daddies.
Yes.
You know what I'm
that
saying?
doesn't get magnified in the media. That doesn't get magnified in these memes on social media. And I really, that all of those things are things that I would like to be able to get to. The first t-shirts, of course, the branding, the logo,
Of course.
Bougie Bum.
Bougie Bum, yo.
But, I would like, the other avenue, the other shirts that will be coming out will be slogan tees and things that just give different types of messages. But, we do shame each other. But as far as the women that are out there that may have felt like they may have done things that were not so good in their past, and they want to have a more professional perception of themselves, it's not too late to do that.
And I aspire, and people might be like, people look at me because of my pickle past. But I aspire to tell people like, yo, man, you don't give up. You don't give up on nothing.
Right.
You don't give up. Once you drop the ball, you figure out a better way. If somebody curved you and they didn't help you and you felt like you needed them to help you, it's a better way for you to do it because they didn't help you when you thought you needed them.
Do it yourself.
Do it yourself. Do it yourself.
And if you don't know how to do it yourself,
Read.
there's everything. Read. You know what? I didn't know how to put together a website. I absolutely hate it. I hate the tech world, all that. I hate it.
Oh God, I hate it.
But I knew that this was my purpose and that I was on the right track because I remember trying to put together a website for my music.
Right.
Didn't work.
Didn't
I
work?
hated it. Yeah. I started trying to put together a website for Bougie Bum. I found every single webinar that I needed to show me exactly how to put it together.
Passion, your passion turned. Turned.
My mind changed too. I was more positive.
Yeah.
You know, I believed that I could.
So hold on. When you was rapping, what you was rapping about?
Oh no, I sing. I'm not.
Oh, you sing?
Yeah, I sing.
When you sing, what you sing about?
My life. I wrote all my songs, so it whatever, just depending on what I was going through at time. Most of the time, it was love and relationships that I would write about.
I'm about to be an on-spot asshole. Give me something. Give me something right now.
Oh my God! Right now?
Right now.
Oh
Give me
God!
something right now.
Let me see. Something that I wrote.
Yes, of course. I want something creative. I'm a creative kind of guy, so I want something that comes from your own personal creativity. Give me something from there. And I want you to. Do you need a cut or something?
You said I need a cut?
Do you need a cut and we bring it back?
Yes.
That's what you want?
Because I need to figure out which one. Because I had a whole mixtape that dropped in 2011, so I need to.
In 2011?
Yeah, the dropped in 2011.
So I want to rebirth that. Oh, we gonna rebirth in 2011. Shout out to the 2011 mixtape.
I've grown so much since then. Oh my god.
So you got some verses that we're gonna come back with acapella.
Yeah, we can do that. We can come back with the acapella.
Oh, you motherfucker. Go show. You rocking with your boy Nitty.
Had a lot of girls trying to steal your heart. Really didn't give up, cause you made me number one. Was it love? Please tell me it was love. When last forever, and not that we ain't together. Was it love? Please tell me it was love. For a second you were here, now you over there. It's hard not to care about somebody when y'all been so deep in love. Was it love? Then blew it up, baby mamas and cases. Gave all my heart, how could you ever replace me? I felt too deep, I loved you too much, and now I'm so insecure. From the day that you left, my heart's on low. The pain won't go, it's like a kid's can't show now. I'm sitting there, looking at your picture, thinking about your broken promises and devastation. Had a lot of girls trying to steal your heart. Really didn't give a fuck, cause you made me number one. Was it love? Please tell me it was love. Yeah. And I just want you to know, even though you hurt me so, I still think you're beautiful. And I just gotta know, even though you hurt me so, I gotta know, was it love? Was it love? Yeah, baby, tell me, was it love? Gotta know, was it love? Baby, tell me it was love. Yeah, was it Only for the Ghost Show. Only for the Ghost Show. Ghost Show, Scarnitti. Thank you for having me. I guess we out on that note.
On that note. On that high note.
Make sure you shop www.bougiebone.com. Again, through April 30th, use the code HBDBB17. Free shipping on all orders in the U.S. Get boned. Was it love?
Ow! One more time, please.
I ain't fooling with you.
That's what you did. Get the high note. Just one more time. Please.
We go.
Alpha One, B Gate, BMG, Marine Gang, Donnie Starks, my nigga, Ghost Money. Hey nigga, we coming, nigga. Hardest niggas in the street, hardest niggas in NC, nigga. Fuck wrong with these niggas, man. They like, who the hell is this? Check 60 rounds in my loaded Mac 11 Lego. Have you in front of the church with the reverend bitch. I put faggots in the dirt like a shovel tip. You got hit by the feds and wrote an article. Check, it's fifth, turn your head in the particle. Lego.